So this is my third day of self-medication transpoosion. Looks like I've worked out the bugs from the system. My first attempt was very messy. I could not figure out how to get this shit frappe that I made in the blender, actually with a wand, not my blender, one of those mixer wands. I couldn't get it to drip through the enema bag, and God, I tried everything. It was really messy. I had a disaster, kind of liquid poo everywhere. Everything I picked up was dripping, except it wasn't dripping into me. Anyway, but I did have softer poo after my colonic went well. The colon therapist said that it was a really good clean out. And so that night I tried everything, and I finally ended up just using a little Fleet bottle and squirting this kind of liquid poo with water into just the bottom of my rectum, and I went to sleep that night. But even the next morning, my poo smelled a little different. I didn't poop much because after the colonic there wasn't much in my system. But then I did have kind of a soft, easy poo. And then Tuesday, I was a chef. I cooked. I ate a lot of fiber. I was really, really gassy that day. That night, last night, I used the extension. So I managed to, I raised the enema bag up another 3 feet, which gave enough gravity feed for it to work. So much easier last night. And I think I had fresher poo also. And I was able to just easily they call it low flow enema, I think, just with gravity itself, allowing the dripping of the mixture way deep, like 18 inches deep into my colon. And I easily held it last night. I had some gas in the night. This morning I woke up, and what a difference. I've pooped like 3 times. All the poops have been soft. Not a whole lot, but maybe a cup and a half or so of quantity. And before I started this treatment, I was pooping rocks surrounded by like mucus. I mean, hard as rock, maybe 1 inch diameter, sometimes a little bit bigger, rocks. And so with the colonic and the transfusions, already a huge difference. I'm going to keep it up until I don't have all the flatulence from vegetables and just how my digestive system works, and keep watching how my bowel movements soften up and become gorgeous. My donor has really soft poo. It's got a lot of fiber in it, and it isn't even really formed, hard to say. He brings me a container, and it's kind of pretty much leveled out just by gravity. So he's not pooing hard turds. It's just kind of a flow, which is what I'd like to have too. And so it's kind of stinky and pretty nauseating. It was pretty bad the first night, dealing with all that poo in the air, and not so bad last night. And I'm hoping to get the procedure down so that there's a minimum amount of smell and contact to the air with the poo, but still it's pretty hard to do because I have to, what I'm doing now is I'm taking like a cup of poo, putting it in a quart glass wide mouth jar, adding water to create about 2.5 cups total, taking my wand blender and sticking it down in that, and then blending it up. And then once that's done, I pour it through a mesh food kind of mesh strainer, and then into a about a 3-quart saucepan, and then I take that, which is kind of just a liquid, then very smooth liquid, and pour that into the enema bag. And then I put the hose on the bag, and then I put the extension on the hose, and I hold the bag up high enough so that when I open the petcock, the liquid comes all the way down and out into the toilet. And then I lay down, insert that long tube way up in my rectum and into my colon, and open the petcock, and really flows in about a minute, and I'm done, except for cleanup. So I'm very cautiously optimistic, very hopeful. I'm also trying to keep as positive an outlook around this as possible. And so, like, also both times after I've done the enemas, I've done headstands and bicycled. My colon therapist told me it goes in deeper if you can get on your head in a headstand and do like slow bicycling. And actually, it's been very easy to retain the enemas. I have not felt the urge to expel them. And especially the one that went way up high, even easier. I didn't even feel that go in. It was quite painless and simple, and I just sort of watched some movies and went to bed and read and slept on it. So started on Monday evening. Monday was a colonic in the afternoon and a transpoosion at about 8 p.m. Tuesday, didn't get my transpoosion until about 7 p.m. And today is Wednesday morning, and I will do another enema today around noon or 1 o'clock, midday. And away we go. To be continued.